Pain, okay, so C-L-E-O-R-A, Clara Hill Scott. Pain in my lower right shoulder blade affects me and need healing. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you under something that anytime you have pain, it's going to be your meridians. Flat out. You are energy, 100% energy, all the time. All the time. When that energy gets interrupted, you will have, you know, so out of a positive 10, you're like, woohoo, healthy. When it becomes a positive 9, a positive 8, positive 7, and that, you know, and if it gets into the negatives is where you get certain pain. And it's based on units. So for instance, if I look, what's causing that pain where it is, you have a triple warmer and a small intestine going off. You have 2 meridians. And if you understand, the small intestine starts here, it goes up, dips down into the shoulder blade, comes up and around, okay? And then the triple warmer is there also, okay? It goes up, and it comes up and around. Now, there are points where it crosses. There are points that even if the meridian is in your lower part of your body and not into your shoulder, it still has a meeting point because you have life that happened. So in this case, you have pain. And the pain has to do with when you were 15, okay? And then now you had a slow, momentous buildup, okay? You have an active memory that's running. That means something triggered it. And your body is just, it's active. It's very active, okay? Now let's go a little bit further. Let's read the unit of this story. Now, your meridians, those meridians can be doing something completely different if you read them on a different scale, but parts of those are playing a part in active memory. So if I look at the small intestine, they says that you are not being paid attention to and you feel unworthy. So you've had something going on. So at 15, maybe somebody didn't pay attention to you. Now, it may sound silly, but if you think about it, this is paying attention to knows that she's loved. So it's to do with association. And why do you have this pain now? And they said that it has to do with you became very self-conscious of how you always have to behave around somebody, and you would behave differently. Let's say instead of keeping your mouth shut, you open it. Maybe you decide that you're going to cook supper at a different time than what they want. And what happens is you got a little bit of a disapproval. And there was some confusion energy. Now, what happens when you want energy and love, some people will take their energy away because they're mad. Or people deliberately pull their love away so they can teach you a lesson. So you have to start looking at how you were raised to how you've turned yourself into agreeing that this moment happened in my time, to release the pain. Now, just to release the pain, let's look at it. Are they frozen? Yes. All of them are frozen. Okay, so in one of the classes we're going to be talking about, you're going to learn how to do source point healing. The source point healing is to help you understand all about meridians that are frozen, or how to release the meridians, and then how to manipulate the energy of your body so that the energy can zing around, support it to release pain, to release stuck emotions, you know, but you'll have to face those. So there's different levels. So for instance, that's frozen. So you have to get a refrigerator magnet, and the small intestine is right here. See, right here, just above the wrist bone, right there. You'll feel it's like a little indent. You're going to take your magnet and you're going to sweep back and forth, good 12 times on both sides, and then you're going to rub it a good 30 times. Okay? That's the small intestine. The triple warmer is on the back, right in the middle, okay? Right at the bending point, see right there? And you're going to use the magnet 12 times, and then you're going to take and rub 30 times. The triple warmer will always seem to get stuck, go off, or it will be involved in one of your issues. And see, put on the scale from 0 to 10. Then take and use magnet, rub the point, see if it's come down. Now, sometimes we have to use an extra point. I'm going to ask. It's because you have an active memory, you have to release the memory. Now, instead of doing, you can make an appointment with me, but you can put your hand on your forehead. It's not going to be as good as if you're working with me, but it will work. They're saying that you do self-impose limitations. You put a limitation on yourself. You self-impose it. You did it yourself. So let's say, for instance, you have somebody in your life that's a narcissist, and you don't want to hear their bullshit to you or the way they're going to gaslight and blame you. So you're like, okay, so I'm going to try it this way. Okay, our relationship stinks, but if I stop acting this way in this situation, then yeah, okay. But what if that is part of who your personality is, and now you're stopping yourself? So you have a self-imposed limitation. You have to look at how you stopped yourself in this particular way of responding to another human being in that space. And that's part of your growth pattern you're going to have to do. Does this make sense? Makes sense. Wonderful. All right. All right, now let's go.